Well, here we go. We'll try again with recording. I don't know how well this is going to go because last time we tried to record this, it went off. Hello, welcome. Episode number 4, which is going to involve Genesis. There's no pre-shows. There's no action tonight. We've decided to skip Scotland after the low attendance last week in the UK. But we open up the night. Straight into action. No pre-show tonight. We're going to get straight into the action on the main show. And indeed, match the British Invasion. Drew with Tyler Black, Eric Young and Beer Money in 8:20 following a double count-out, which results in all of them having a massive brawl to the back. We now have confirmation from management that they have had enough of this crap, and it will be happening. All of the guys that you've just seen in that match will be facing in singles action in 2 weeks' time against all odds. It'll be Eric Young, it'll be Rob Terry, and they will probably open up the night because he's not the best in ring. He seems to be very green, but we'll see what we can do with him for the Intercontinental title. Also on the night in question, on this amazing show in question, Beer Money versus the British Invasion, the TNA tag titles on the line again. Will be the question, I think, for everybody will be, will the British Invasion be able to uphold against the team of Beer Money, James Storm and Robert Roode? It's going to be an interesting match indeed. I will see how TNA World Tag Team titles. We're going to get majority of the card finalised tonight, by the way, guys, including the finalised matches. We're going to try and get some of it done. We're also going to get to see Tyler Black versus Desmond Wolfe in a rematch from the United States title championship tournament, and the finals from the week prior. Tyler Black feels he was cheated out of that, and he'll be facing for that TNA United States title. Well, we're going to go on with the main card after that massive brawl. We've started the action hot, and then we see The Rock and Kurt Angle backstage having a discussion. And like, Angle and Rock backstage, and they having a heated discussion. And Rock's like, you saw him talking to them. It's not good, Angle. Look, keep it between us. I have a plan for lockdown. And Kurt's like, thanks, bud. It's great to have you on my side. Are we ready for the war? They want TNA for themselves, or to kill it. And they basically just walk off at that point when they realise the cameraman's there. So The Rock's on that. The Rock's seen this as well. The Rock is on the side of Kurt Angle here. What the hell is going on? What have these guys seen? Well, time will only tell. In a poor match, Levi Bates defeated Sarah Del Rey in 5 minutes 53 by pinfall. Levi Bates 34, Sarah Del Rey 44. 43, not bad. Just a match I wanted to do for a while. That's quite good. In a decent match, the Briscoes defeated Kink in 6:20 when Jay Briscoe pinned Jesse Neal with a double on top pile driver. Mark Briscoe 55, Jay Briscoe 51, Shannon Moore 56, Jesse Neal 21, 50. The Kink was meant to win. Okay, Briscoes win. And then it's what? No, SoCal Val, thank you. SoCal was joining me at this time. Jeff Jatt, and Jeff is on the mic, and it's the first time I've had him cut a promo, so we'll see how he does. Paul and Brock and Immortal, look around. Lockdown is going to be a night. Be our night. This is pro wrestling, not UFC. We're going to kick your ass. Now, in 2 weeks live on pay-per-view, it's going to be a free-on-free match. And we'll win. This is a new TNA, and this is a battle. We are TNA. We're a battle, we will win. TNA is our company, not yours. It don't matter if we're in front of 150 in the UK or in front of 10,000 in the US. This is TNA wrestling, and we'll fight no matter what. 49D plus, of course, there's only 3,000, but we get 10,000 for pay-per-views. Then we see Eric and AJ backstage, and he's like, what is going on? Why are you talking to the enemy? And Eric's like, AJ, look, man, yes, he's the enemy, but just watch this space and trust me, Rick and Jimmy, okay? It's only 3 there for that angle. Very quick. What is going on in TNA at the moment? But in a decent match, Raven and Stevie defeat the American Wolves in 6:18 when Dr. Stevie pinned Davey Richards by pin for the super kick. Eddie Edwards 53, Davey Richards 61, Dr. Stevie 54, Raven 41. Daphne was at ringside, 56, 56, not bad. In a terrible match, the Scottish Fire defeated the Canadian Ninjas in 5:53 when Kaylee Lee Ray pinned Portez Perez. Kaylee Ray 31. Nikki Storm 28, Nicole Matthews 26, and Porter Perez 23. A 30, not the best match, but you know, we got to work with it. And for some reason, Angelina Love ain't on the screen. But anyway, Madison Rayne's backstage. You go, you see this? We're in our locker room. Until you want to say, I ain't got balls to face you in our rematch, I got the balls. And against all odds, let's do it again, live on pay-per-view. Austin Kong and Mandy, you think you're going to keep the gold? You're not. You see, by the end of Against All Odds, the beautiful people will be on top. Now leave, thank you. And she just basically gently removes the cameraman from the locker room. And we've now got another match booked here. We got a few big matches. We've still got one big match coming up in a second, but we'll get to that. But it's going to be Tara in a rematch for Madison Rayne's Knockouts title. I think this is actually her first run with the title. Let's have a look. Rayne title history. So she held the Shimmer Tag Team titles in 2008 to 09 with neither. So this is her first Knockouts title run. She's had a few since then, but yeah, she's one of my favourites. And Josh Matthews is a very lucky man, to say the least. Anyway, let's put this down to 8 minutes. For now, that's pre-booked. There we go, Tara versus Madison. All the other women will get a shot. Oh, we've got about an hour and 15 minutes till we find out what the hell is going to happen in the UK with the new lockdown measures. 39, not bad. And for some reason, Ted DiBiase and Brian Kendrick are not on screen again. Oh. This is really winding me up, doo-dah, doo-dah. This is really winding me up, doo-doo-doo-dah-day. Doo-doo-doo-dah-day, doo-doo-doo-day. So we see Red enter the, not Red, we see Kendrick enter the office of Ted with his title. And it's like, finally, you have come. Now, I don't care about you being attacked. We have enough problems with Immortal at the moment. Now, and against all odds, it's going to be you versus Red versus Kazarian and Christopher Daniels in a fatal four-way for your title. Now, get out. And Kendrick looks so pissed off, and he leaves the room and he just slams the door so hard that one of the pictures fall off the wall. I just thought that was a good image. I like the sound of that. So, another big deck. I think this is an explosive X Division match. And I think it's going to be one of the better X Division matches I've put on. I kind of wanted to do this one for a while. This is one of the ones I was kind of aiming for anyway. So, it's going to be good fun. I think Brian Kendrick, Christopher Daniels as his... Christopher Daniels, Amazing Red, and Frankie Kazarian, aka Kazarian, in a nice match. I think this one is really going to give the fans something to kind of get their teeth into. And this will be the show stealer. We do have a show stealing, steal the show match on tonight's card. Pre-book that. There we go. It's going to be a good one. But yeah, we've got a show stealer match on this card, and you'll see why I'm out. In an exceptional match, Booker T defeats Sting in 7:54 by pinfall the axe kick. Booker T 71, Sting 65, 70C. 70B, not bad. In an exceptional match, Biss and Samoa Joe defeated the Hardys in 7:36 when Biss pinned Matt Hardy with a black hole slam following interference from Brother Ray. During the match, we also had Brother Devon come in and attack Jeff Hardy for the win. Samoa Joe 70, Abyss 61, Matt Hardy 70, Jeff Hardy 76, a 73. Not bad. I'm trying to push these guys as some big stars. In a decent match, Moxie Machine Guns defeat Generation Me and Lethal Consequences in 9:15. The order of elimination was Generation Me first, then Lethal Consequences. Jeremy Book 41, Max Book 41, Chris Sabin 55, Alex Shelley 57, Consequences Feed 50, Jay Lethal 59, awesome, a 53C, not bad at all. In the next exceptional match, AJ Styles defeated Mick Foley in 7:47 by pinfall the springboard Phil 50 splash. Mick Foley 65, AJ Styles 77, a 76. We had to put the leader of, kind of like the main guy of Immortal in action. Because we haven't got a big main event tonight. Rob Van Dam will take on Jeff Jarrett in tonight's main event, and that is coming up next. That is coming up next. Thank you. In an exceptional match, Rob Van Dam defeated Jeff Jarrett in 25-20 by pinfall the 5-star frog splash, following interference from the man himself, Brock Lesnar. And that is how we close off the night, with Brock Lesnar standing tall with Rob Van Dam in the ring. 73, increased our popularity in 30 regions. That's where we finished tonight's show. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you next week for another edition of Impact, and it's the go-home edition. Get ready, because Immortal fireworks. The Immortal fireworks are going to be flying high next week on TNA Impact. Welcome along. And before we start tonight with Immortal backstage and 3,429 people at the Texas Campbell Center, we've got some news articles to go through, and you're now going to find out how and why Brock Lesnar and The Rock are in TNA Wrestling. This is Insider Wrestling 158. I don't think that's the right one, but we're going to go with that. I forgot to check. So whatever issue, this is 158. Why has The Rock joined TNA? We have found out why The Rock has joined TNA. Since January of this year, Hogan and Eric Bischoff have been on TNA Wrestling, and on that big night, names joined like Brock Lesnar as TNA got a deal with UFC to bring him in. But that is not the truth. TNA and The Rock met in December just after his deal came through to buy the company. When it came to light that Hollywood star The Rock wanted to make a new wrestling movie. The Rock will be using TNA for the movie. In return, he appears on TV. This movie is about a UFC star transferring to wrestling. This is why Brock is in TNA, as he has a starring role as this guy's trainer. The deal is that both Rock and Brock appear in starring roles with TNA, and they can film this movie. This won't be released for at least 2 years, so expect The Rock and Brock in TNA for that time period. This was an amazing move by the owner, has got so many guys on TNA with the new touring schedule. It's going to be a rough ride for WWE, but probably not that bad. With this movie, TNA Wrestling roster will also be in the movie, so it's going to be a roller coaster ride for them. And then we're going to TNA Wrestling, Changing After Sunday, written by the Monster. TNA Wrestling have been going live every week with Impact, but now they'll be going live every 2 weeks, as they'll tape an episode after the live episodes. This is a cost-cutting measure of TNA Wrestling and will be a great way to control the amount of travelling for the wrestlers. Eric Bischoff got TNA out of the Impact Zone after he suggested it to the new owner, and now this is going to be a great way to control money while on the road. With names like The Rock, Hogan and AJ, Jeff and The Rock, TNA are growing in size and becoming bigger and better than ever. This also helped TNA with talent costs and show costs. The plan is for TNA. They start a global house show tour which will include Japan, Australia and India. Once this can go into full effect, it will be interesting to see if TNA will go back to a live weekly show after this house schedule makes money. Will have to be seen. So there you go, there's the 2 news articles, what will be happening. So after this coming Saturday night, as we head into March, we'll tape 2 episodes at a time. So yeah, every 2 weeks I'll get to tape 2 episodes of Impact. So yeah, but they'll be taped on the same night. I also need to move against all odds, but we'll save all that, blah, blah, blah. Right, let's go into, that's OBS. We're recording, I need to get rid of this. This is now frozen. Let's jump over to... You're just going to have to wait for this to go away. So the backdrop comes in. There we go. So we see Immortal in the locker room talking when Eric walks in. And Eric's like, listen up. TNA got Ted DiBiase running this show with that stupid bitch Dixie. Now some of you may have heard me and Hogan have been talking, but this is not true. This coming Saturday night we need to be ready to kick ass and prove why Immortal is on top and will stay on top. So you've got everybody in there. You've got Jimmy Hart, you've got Ric Flair, you've got AJ, Jeff and Matt, the wrestlers of the group. But you've got Ric Flair in there, you've got Eric Bischoff. 74B, not bad. In a decent match, Rhino defeated El Generico in 7:38 by pinfall the pile driver. El Generico 46, Rhino 52, 51, not bad. In a decent match, Tyler Black, Eric Young, and Beer Money defeated Matt Morgan, Koshai. Is Matt Morgan in 2 matches tonight? And Kings Rest 7:45 and James Storm pinned Koshai by pinfall the super kick. Eric Young 45, Tyler Black 450, Robert Reed 48, James Storm 47, Koshai 46, Matt Morgan 55, Claudio 55, and Chris Hero 58. Not bad. Right, let's just return to the booking screen quickly. Yeah, Sean Morley versus Matt Morgan. Right, we need to change this quick. Yikes. Let's change the booking of this. Because I've double booked Matt Morgan, so you're going to get to see this very quickly, how this works. Right. All perceptions. Male wrestlers. I don't want Homicide. Hardy, no. Kevin, no. Hardy, no. Orlando. Right. Save. So it keeps the same segment as it's supposed to be, but it just means that we got him in. So we can continue the show now. So, okay, after the match, James Stormboy, Reed and Tyler Black and Eric Young are celebrating a victory in the ring when Douglas Williams beat Max Bob Terry and Desmond Wolfram and Tap beating them down into the mat. I guess 28. In about decent wrestling Damachi, ODB defeated Saraya Knight in 8:25 by pinfall the running power slam. Saraya Knight 45, ODB 36, 44D. In this match, Sean Morley defeated Orlando Jordan 8:15 by pinfall the Fisherman Suplex. C. Morley 53, Orlando Jordan 48, 53 C-. And then we go backstage and Hammy's like, welcome back to Impact. Joining me now, the Knockouts Tag Team Champions, the former Knockout and the former Knockout Champion Tara. And Tara's just going on the mic. And she's like, thanks, Christy. Look, the beautiful will cause caused havoc and I've lost my title. Look, this is what's going to happen Saturday night. Is all 3 of us are going to walk out with our gold. The beautiful people don't deserve the chances they're being given, and it is that will rise. Only a 34, not the best. But in about a good wrestling and a decent match of crowd, Kazarian and Amazing Red defeat Brian Cage and Daniels in 7:50 by following a double disqualification ahead of this Sunday night's Fatal 4-Way between all four of these guys. Red 49, Kazarian 49, Daniels 57, Brian Kendrick 61. I kind of want to turn the X Division into a bona fide cruiserweight. The X Division worked, but as Eric Bischoff said, it didn't make too much sense because it didn't, it had nothing to kind of defy itself from the rest of the world, the rest of the roster. So we're going to be looking at more high-flying wrestlers. I think Al Generico is going to be added. But when we're going to full effect for this, it'll be not until after lockdown at least. And then Paul Heyman gets a 71. He's like, listen up. This company has been your home and you're blinded. And this Sunday Night Live is going to be Jarrett Angle and Rock's funeral. I don't care about AJ or RVD. This man can do it on his own. How? If the UFC let him, he'll take 3 guys on at the same time in the octagon. And you see, this is just a taste to what will happen in that lethal lockdown match at Lockdown. And he just walks off laughing. In a poor match, the Dark Arts defeat Sarita and Taylor Wilde. Night 10, Rosemary pinned Sarita by pinfall using on-time tactics. Sarita carried the match in terms of ring performance. Taylor Wilde 36, Sarita 46, Su Yung 35, Rosemary 37. 44D, not bad. In an exceptional match, Abyss defeated Mr. Anderson in 8:26 by pinfall the Black Hole Slam. Mr. Anderson's only 3, Abyss got a 64, 72. And then Abyss gets the microphone. Abyss I have been overlooked for so long. And now I'm going to rise back onto the top of the TNA ladder. AJ, I'm coming for you very soon. I'm going to Black Hole Slam you through the ring and I will be TNA World Heavyweight Champion. 53 there. And this Angle gets 73. And we see Angle and Team 3D talking about something backstage. And Kurt's like, look, we need to be alert. Hogan's got something planned with Bischoff. And if we don't know what it is, be on the lookout. But out, okay? And they nod and they leave because their match is next. So that's a 73 there. And in about a great heat and good wrestling, Team 3D defeated Raven and Stevie in 7:44 when Brother Devon pinned Raven by pinfall with a flying headbutt. Dr. Stevie 50, Raven 41, Brother Devon 70, Ray 66. 63C, not bad. And then Team 3D celebrating a victory in the ring when the entirety of the male roster, kind of the male wrestlers of Immortal, run out and beat them up. And everyone's wondering where Angle and The Rock are to come and save them. They then come out and they're being tied up onto what's like a wheelchair, and they're on the stage watching their 2 boys getting beaten up, but they've been tied to a wheelchair by Paul Heyman and Eric Bischoff. But I can't fit that into the angle, but yeah, that's what's happened. So they're on the stage tied to a wheelchair. But then in an exceptional match, AJ Styles defeated Jeff Jarrett in 24:44 by pinning the Fort Springboard 450 splat. AJ Styles makes defense number 4 of the TNA World Heavyweight title. Jeff Jarrett 56, AJ 75. Let's hit the next segment. And after the match, AJ celebrating his victory in the ring. And then we notice that Hulk Hogan has saved The Rock and Kurt Angle. And they both run down beating Styles to the mat. And we see that the rest of the TNA roster are stopping the Immortal on the Titantron, stopping the rest of Immortal come out to save AJ, and that closes out this show. You've got a post-show bout. In an exceptional post-show match, Sting defeated RVD in 15:03 by from the reverse DDT. Sting got a 65, RVD got a 78. That's where we finished tonight's Impact. And that gives increased our popularity to 29 regions, but it only got a 69C. So, lost of popularity in 1 region, but increased in 29 regions. I'm not too bothered about that. Ladies and gentlemen, it'll be Saturday night. It will be live. It's going to be TNA Wrestling Against All Odds. We'll see you for that very soon. Hello, and welcome back. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't noticed what I've been doing for the past episode, is I've been recording on loads of different versions of the beta to build up to the Against All Odds. Now, I have played on loads of different betas and I have had good fun with the beta now. I've got the hang of it. But ladies and gentlemen, this is not the beta. This is the full release, ladies and gentlemen. And this will be going out later today. So we've had everything today. So yeah, I ain't got to worry about getting through March and not being able to play any longer because this is the full release. And our opening match only gets a 35, which is not good. And let's click on this. In a pre-show bout that October Wrestling Honors is a crowd heat, International Wrecking Crew defeated the Blossom Twins, the Canadian Ninjas, and the Dark Arts in 8:16. The elimination of the Blossom Twins first, then the Canadian Ninjas, then finally the Dark Arts. Holly Blossom 28, Hannah Blossom 27, Jetta 27, Rain 27, Nicole Matthews 26, Paul Perez 27, Sue Young 37, Rosemary 42. Nicole Matthews seemed off a game. 16,000 people here tonight at the Barclays Centre. In HG short pre-show match, Petey Williams, Motor Machine Guns and the Briscoes defeat C Molly, Inking and Generation Me in 14:41 when Chris Sane pinned Jesse Neal with a cradle shock. These are just like the warm-up matches for the crowd. Make sure everyone gets a nice little match here tonight. Jeremy Book 47, Max Book 51, Jesse Neal 24, Shannon Moore 52, Sean Morley 54, Petey Williams 54, Mark Briscoe 55, Joe Briscoe 55, Chris Sane 52, and Alex Shelley 54. In the pre-show October Wrestling Honors and crowd heat, Serrata and Taylor Wilde defeated the Scottish Fire in 5:46 when Serrata pinned Kaylee Lee Ray with a double underhook powerbomb. Taylor Wilde 42, Serrata 48, Kaylee Lee Ray 36, Nikki Storm 30. These two have great chemistry. A lot of greens in there. 45, not bad. 57, a decent pre-show match. D'Angelo Gennaro, Al Genoka and Hernandez defeat Austin Aries, Homicide and Kevin Steen in 6:33, and D'Angelo pinned Kevin Steen with a running double high knee. Hernandez 48, Al Genoka 53. D'Angelo Gennaro 54, Steen 45, and Homicide 61, Austin Aries 59. Al Genoka's getting better his gimmick, that's good. Let's keep running through the show. We've got one not only not yet. We've still got a load of women's matches to go through because I've got a massive women's roster, I just realised. In a total pre-show match, Alja Kong, Daphne, Lacey Von Erich, Mischief and Peyton Royce defeat Ali, Bailey, Chile, Mr. Jesse McKay and Levi Bates in 31. Alja Kong pinned Jesse McKay. Levi Bates 33, Jesse McKay 23, Chile Melissa's 40, Bailey 35, Ali 31, Peyton Royce 34, Mischief 39, Lisa Warnock 28, Daphne 35, and Archie Kong 39. At 38, not bad actually. At 38, I'll cope with that. Mischief is getting better. Gimmick. Dr. Steve did good work at ringside because of course he's managing Daphne. 38, not bad. In a pre-show bout, October Wrestling Honors and crowd heat because these four ladies here won not only deals. Sarah Delway, Sheree Knight, Taryn Taylor, Tracy Brooks and Viper defeated Alicia, Candy Carr, Hannah Harling and Huntress, Nia and ODB in 6:15 when Sheree Knight pinned Alicia. ODB 33, Nia 23, Han 34, Candy Cartwright got a 33, Alicia 30, Viper 31. Tracy Books 28, Taryn Terrell, Taryn Taylor 17, Sheree Knight 48, and Sarah Delway 47. Yeah, and there's a few issues there. 38, not the best. And in a terrible pre-show match, Orlando Jordan defeated JT Dunn in 5:16 by pin with the reverse STO. Of course, JT Dunn is here on the one nightly deal, and I guess a 36. That's your final of the pre-shows. We head into the Barclays Centre tonight. The odds have been stacked for The Rock, Angle, and Jet as they face Warriors of AJRVD, but the Monster Brock is on their side, and this is the Destroyer of Men. It's a story as old as time. It is David versus Goliath. And now TNA Wrestling presents Against All Odds 2010. And we cut to the venue. Pryor goes off on the stage and 16,000 fans are going crazy. And Mike, hello and welcome tonight. We've got a huge main event. It's going to be an opportunity for the stars of TNA live in front of the biggest crowd in TNA history. And as like tonight, Impact has a goal, set, and match. And this is the start of the biggest night of our lives. 74B there, brilliant way to open up the night. Deserve better announcing? That's why we're bringing in a couple of new announcers. But yeah, in a decent match to open up the night, Matt Morgan defeated Roderick Strong in 8:28 by pinfall. Roderick Strong 58, Matt Morgan 52, 58. Not bad. 16,000 people, don't forget. The largest crowd ever at TNA. The largest they've had other than that was in the UK. And then we see Eric talking about here. So we're in the Immortal Locker Room. We see Eric Bischoff, AJ Styles, Jeff Hardy, Matt Hardy, Rob Van Dam, Jimmy Hart, and Ric Flair all backstage. And it's like tonight, TNA management tonight. You'll see you picked a war with the wrong team. This might be the biggest crowd in TNA history out there, but tonight we'll prove that Immortal is forever. You see in 4 weeks, Lethal Lockdown live on pay-per-view from Madison Square Gardens. It's going to be war, and we'll kick your ass. Ladies and gentlemen, Lethal Lockdown is coming, and we are going to kick ass at Madison Square Garden's Saturday night, 4 weeks away. That was going to be in episode number 6. You will not want to miss the Lethal Lockdown match. I'm looking forward to that, actually. It's going to be a good night. I don't remember too much about this main card. This match did good, 60. In a decent match, the American Wolves defeat Raven and Stevie in 749 with David Richards pinned Raven by pinfall the double on top brainbuster. Dr. Stevie 52, Raven 52, Eddie Edwards 54, David Richards 66, 60C, not bad. In a decent match, our Fatal 4-Way Mixed Division Championship match. In a decent match, Brian Kendrick defeated Daniels, Amazing Red and Kazarian in 1307 when Brian Kendrick pinned Daniels with a sliced bread 2. Brian Kendrick makes defense number 3 of his TNA X Division title. Kazarian 47, Daniels 60, Amazing Red 54, Brian Kendrick 59. It gets a 57C, not bad. And then we see 42 for the knockout, the beautiful people. Madison said, tonight, we'll kick ass. We are lucky we got our own locker room here tonight. Now, ladies, go out there, kick ass, and we'll prove why we're the best in the world and the best knockouts in TNA. Are we ready? Because I am ready. 42, and that's gonna lead us into an interview with Christy Hemme backstage. And Christy, I'm backstage against all odds against the most dominating group in TNA, the British Invasion. And Doug's like, you see this? Well, we've all got gold, and tonight we come away with gold. If any other opponents think they're walking out with gold or with our gold, it will not happen. Good luck, boys. And I will be trying to make these titles mean something over the next few weeks, giving them a reason to be listening to Finger Does the champions get more money, or do they get more control with something, get a free piece with Dynamos or something? Give us a reason to care about the titles, is what Bischoff was saying in the podcast recently. But 42, not bad. I thought I was going to do a lot worse with Rob Terry in the mix. And that leads us into a terrible match as the beautiful people defeat Kong and Hamada in A42, and Angelina pinned Hamada after using a foreign object. The beautiful people win the TNA Knockout Tag titles after that foreign object hit. Phelps Guy 34, Angelina Love 29, Hamada 35. Wasn't Kong out there with 42? 39, not the best match. I think we've seen better. This did well, though. In a good match, Team 3D defeated the Kings of Wrestling, Lethal Consequence and Hardys in 1046, where the order elimination was Lethal Consequence first and Kings of Wrestling and the final the Hardy Boys. Brother Devon 78, Brother Ray 77, Claudio got 56, Hero got 58, Consequence included 47, Lethal 62, Jeff Hardy 82, Matt Hardy 73. So that was a brilliant match there. You can see everyone showing excellent chemistry teaming together. Jimmy Hart did some good work at ringside. It got a 72. Jeez, that was good. In a terrible match, Rob Terry defeated Eric Young in 746 by pinfall the running power slam. Rob Terry makes defense number 4 of the Intercontinental Championship. 27, not bad. No, I lie. This only gets 69C. But we see Hulk in the corridor, and we see Hulk and the Rock in the corridor. And they're having a heated discussion, and Kurt's like, me and the Rock know you're up to something. You try anything tonight, and God help you, Hulk. Help you, Hogan. And I was like, you're just paranoid. There's nothing going on. Jesus, calm down, brothers. And he just walks away. 69C. We had to get Hogan on screen at some point. In a bad didn't have much heat in Tail Wrestling. Madison Rain defeated Tara in 10:32 by pin of the running boot. Madison Rain makes turn number 1 of her TNA Knockouts title. Tara 45, Madison Rain 38. That was meant to be also tainted as well with a weapon. In above a great heat in good wrestling, Samoa Joe defeated Mr. Anderson in 14:44 by submission with a Kenichi clutch. Mr. Anderson 66, Samoa Joe 66, 69C. Not a bad match, actually. In a decent match, Desmond Wolfe defeated Tyler Black in 14:28 by pinfall. Desmond Wolfe made defense number 2 of the TNA United States Championship. Tyler Black 52, Desmond Wolfe 62, 59C. And you all know my plans to turn the X Division into an actual proper cruiserweight division like they did back in this time after lockdown. I don't need to at the moment, I've got a good story going on. In about a great heat and good wrestling, Sting defeated Rhino in 10:27 by pinfall reverse DDT. Sting 64, Rhino 66, gets a 55. Two legends. In a decent match, Mick Foley defeated Koshai in 15:05 by pinfall double arm DDT. Mick Foley 65, Koshai 46. Just getting some of those big name people on the screen as quick as possible. In above a great heat and good wrestling, Abyss defeated Booker T in 8:27 by pinfall Black Hole Slam. Booker T 71, Abyss 65. It gets a 71, which is not bad from them two. Next up, so my main of the evening for our big main event is the British Invasion vs. Beer Money for the TNA World Tag Team titles. And I guess 29. He gets a 53, which is not bad. In about that decent wrestling, but much cheat. The British Invasion defeated Beer Money in 1608 when British Magnus pinned Robert Roode with a twisting Samoan drop. The Invasion made defense number 2 of their TNA World Tag Team titles. Robert Roode 54, James Storm 45, Doug Williams 53, Brutus Magnus 48. James Storm, Mighty Nine Taz have pretty good chemistry and calling matches together. Well, we're going to be bringing in 2 big announcing parties because we're going to start taping Explosion this coming Thursday night as well as TNA Impact, and I'm going to be bringing Mike Tenay. We're going to have a 3-man booth on both Explosion and on TNA Impact, and those names will hopefully be debuting for that show. We'll see. But 53C, not bad. And then our main event tonight is The Rock, Jeff Jarrett, and Kurt Angle versus AJ Styles, Brock Lesnar, and Rob Van Dam. Please be good, please be good. 78, beautiful. Sustained a bruised pectoral muscle, not too bad. Jeff Jarrett and Kurt Angle off the game. In an exceptional match, AJ Styles, Brock Lesnar, and Rob Van Dam defeat Jeff Jarrett, Kurt Angle, and The Rock in 30 minutes trial, and Brock Lesnar pinned Kurt Angle. The Rock 92, Kurt Angle 86, Jeff Jarrett 63, Rob Van Dam 86, Brock Lesnar 90, AJ Styles out there with an 84. Beautiful, a 78. That is a beautiful match, and that is how we close the night. Thank you, Truly Blanchard. We do have Sergeant Slaughter and Ted DiBiase as well. Increased our popularity in 46 regions, a 74 for a pay-per-view. I'm going to make a speech right now. That's going to The Rock. That's going to frickin' AJ Styles. And that's also going to Brock Lesnar. They're the standout stars of the company right now. They're really doing some good performances. So yeah, we're going to have a quick look. Not something I normally would let you guys see is all the Rock scene, please. AJ Styles scene, please. And Brock Lesnar scene, please. So of course, we've moved the shows to Saturday nights not to compete with WWE. But the new screens look a lot better. Everything looks a lot fresher and a lot cleaner. And I'm happy with the release. You know, delaying the release to get some of the fixes done, but this is one of the big things, the loading screens, and, you know, everything just looks a lot more cleaner, looks a lot more modern. It doesn't look like, it's a spreadsheet anymore. It looks like it's a proper game. You know, obviously, that was one of the major issues, and as I saw a lot of reports of people feeling sick and stuff, and get headaches from it, from when you're staring at this for a long time, like, you know, you probably would be if you buy the game. Autosave, and here we go. And this just looks good. The internet's largest database, all right. So yeah, we're gonna have So I hope they haven't changed. This is the first time I've seen all this, and we're the best show last night, which is good. Ring of Honor broadcasting deal. There is some the Dogs of War. What's that? Issues with the game, so you'll have to bear with them. I'm not going to show anything too much because I don't want to ruin anything for you guys. But yeah, it looks amazing. This looks laid out better, so you can see you got your creative, your storylines, your tournaments, your rosters and stuff. And this is how it should have looked to start off with. If it looked like this with the initial beta, it would have been a lot better. I don't think it would have got the hate it got. This is a lot cleaner. I know for a fact if I want to go to my business management and I wanted to look at production. Damn right, found it straight away. If I wanted to go to my house shows, we are doing house shows. As you can see, a lot of people off because not everybody's on written contracts. I do have a lot of people on paid movements. You can see how the house shows or house show schedule works. So we have a lesser shows on these two weeks, and then at the end of the weeks when we're leading into the pay-per-view, we have more house shows. Just to keep everybody going. But yeah, it's better. Last month we lost. Well, we haven't finished this month yet with that. As we have 19 at the moment, therefore 6. So I was pen to debut. I haven't done that yet. And it looks a lot better. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be an ongoing series. It's going to be a long-running series. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you in the next episode, which will be coming out hopefully next week in the week. It might not be for a few weeks. It might not be till the week after. I don't know. See how I get going. But this is amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you again real soon.